Los Angeles Lakers versus Washington Wizards. The LA Lakers have secured victories in their last 3 consecutive matchups against the Wizards, and they've emerged victorious in 4 of their previous 5 encounters. When playing as favorites on the road this season, the Lakers boast an impressive record of 4-1. With the Wizards demonstrating a lackluster defense, the Lakers are heavily favored to win. I'm backing the Lakers with a minus 13-point spread. Portland Trail Blazers versus Charlotte Hornets. In the midst of coping with numerous injuries, the Hornets are relying on lesser-known players to step up. Grant Williams is one such player who has shown promise, especially in his recent performance against Boston. Since joining the Hornets at the trade deadline, Williams has displayed notable statistics, averaging 13.8 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game. Both teams seem to be going through the motions, eager for the season to conclude. Expect Charlotte to do enough to cover the spread. Detroit Pistons versus Atlanta Hawks. While the Hawks are on track for postseason contention, their recent significant victory against Chicago has propelled them to within half a game of the 9th spot in the Eastern Conference. Vit Krejci has admirably filled in during a period marked by injuries, particularly showcasing his talents in the recent game against Chicago. With Jalen Johnson returning to action, the Hawks are looking increasingly formidable, a promising sign for their postseason aspirations. Against a depleted Pistons team in rebuilding mode, the Hawks are poised to secure both the win and cover the spread. Take the Hawks to triumph. Memphis Grizzlies versus Milwaukee Bucks. The Grizzlies previously defeated the Bucks in February, despite the absence of Chris Middleton. Known for their solid play on both ends of the court, the Grizzlies have shown resilience even without key players. With the Bucks missing Damian Lillard, the Grizzlies have an opportunity to capitalize on their absence. Known for their improved defensive performance this season, the Grizzlies are expected to pose a significant challenge for the Bucks. While a victory may be challenging, the Grizzlies are likely to keep the game close enough to cover the spread on the road. I'm favoring the Memphis Grizzlies with a plus 13.5 point spread. Oklahoma City Thunder versus Boston Celtics. These teams share similar characteristics, making a 9-point margin in either direction seem excessive. The Celtics have little at stake for the remainder of the season, having already secured the top seed in the East. However, their remarkable 32-3 record at TD Garden suggests they're unlikely to suffer an outright defeat. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's status as a game-time decision adds uncertainty, making it advisable to secure the current point spread before his availability is confirmed. My preference is for the Oklahoma City Thunder to cover the plus 9-point spread. Indiana Pacers versus Brooklyn Nets. While the Pacers have shown recent strength, replicating their exceptional shooting performance seems improbable. Additionally, the Nets' ability to dominate the boards, particularly with offensive rebounds, will be crucial for them to stay competitive. Brooklyn's sluggish start in the previous game hindered their chances, but facing the Pacers' weak defense in the opening quarter is unlikely to be an issue this time. Therefore, I recommend taking the Brooklyn Nets with a plus 7.5 point spread. Orlando Magic versus New Orleans Pelicans. Wednesday's matchup holds significant importance for both the Magic and the Pelicans, with each vying for a win to secure their playoff berths and avoid playing games. Expect a defensive-oriented game characterized by low-scoring affairs and deliberate possessions. Despite both teams boasting strong defensive capabilities, the Magic hold the edge due to a healthier roster, while the absence of Brandon Ingram weakens the Pelicans. With Orlando's efficient shooting and dominance in the paint, coupled with favorable recent trends in road games, I suggest taking the Orlando Magic to cover the spread. Toronto Raptors versus Minnesota Timberwolves. The Los Angeles Lakers orchestrated a resounding victory over the struggling Toronto Raptors, claiming a decisive 128-111 win on Tuesday night. Led by the dynamic trio of D'Angelo Russell, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, the Lakers showcased their offense, with Russell pouring in 25 points and dishing out 7 assists, complemented by James' 23 points and 9 assists, and Davis's double-double performance with 21 points and 12 rebounds. Despite the Raptors' valiant effort, spearheaded by the impressive play of R.J. Barrett, who notched an outstanding 28 points, along with 6 assists and 6 rebounds, Toronto's 14th consecutive loss weighed heavily on their spirits. Emmanuel Quickley's return to the lineup, following a period of mourning the loss of his uncle, provided a boost to the Raptors roster as he contributed 20 points and 6 assists alongside Barrett's stellar performance. The Lakers' relentless offensive onslaught, coupled with defensive lockdown, proved insurmountable for the Raptors. Even with Barrett's electrifying plays and Quickley's impactful return, Toronto ultimately succumbed to the Lakers' dominance. With the Raptors' playoff hopes extinguished, attention now turns to their future prospects, including the implications of their first-round pick in the upcoming NBA draft. Amidst the sea of yellow Lakers jerseys adorning the arena, and the anticipation surrounding the star-studded Lakers lineup with LeBron's annual trip north of the border, the Raptors fought valiantly but ultimately fell short, as the Lakers showcased their championship aspirations with a convincing victory on the road. Analyzing the season-long performance against the spread, the Toronto Raptors have struggled to consistently meet expectations, unlike the Minnesota Timberwolves, who boast an impressive record. Minnesota's dynamic duo of Anthony Edwards and Naz Reid presents a formidable offensive threat, especially considering Toronto's recent difficulties in containing high-scoring pairs. With the Raptors' vulnerability to potent offenses evident, coupled with Minnesota's strong track record of covering the spread in victories, opting for the Minnesota Timberwolves with a minus 14.5-point spread appears prudent. Cleveland Cavaliers vs. Phoenix Suns. Cleveland is playing Utah on Tuesday night as this is written before that game ends, but the Cavs are currently in third place in the East. Before the back-to-back, Cleveland was coming off a 130-101 loss to the Denver Nuggets in a game the Cavs were outscored in every quarter. In the loss, Cleveland was led by Evan Mobley, who had 23 points, Jared Allen had 19 points, Donovan Mitchell had 13 points, and off the bench, Caris LeVert had 15. The Cavaliers have been led by their defense as Cleveland is allowing 109.7 PPG, which ranks 6th, while having a defensive rating of 112.4, which ranks 4th. The Cavs' offensive rating is 115.3, which ranks 18th, as Cleveland is averaging 112.6 PPG, which ranks 21st, while shooting 47.9% from the field and 36.6% from 3. Phoenix is 44-31 and in 8th place in the West, which would be a play-in spot. The Suns have been led by their offense as Phoenix is averaging 116.8 PPG, which ranks 10th, while shooting 49.5% from the field and 38.1% from 3, while having an offensive rating of 118.1, which ranks 9th. Defensively, Phoenix has had its struggles as the Suns are allowing 114.1 PPG, which ranks 16th, while having a defensive rating of 115.3, which ranks 13th. The Suns are coming off a 124-111 win over the New Orleans Pelicans in a game Phoenix led 46-28 after one to cruise to the win. In the victory, the Suns were led by Devin Booker, who had 52 points, Kevin Durant had 20, Jusuf Nurkic had a double-double with 19 points and 19 rebounds, and Bradley Beal had 13. In a back-to-back scenario for the Cavaliers, facing a trip to Phoenix, the Suns hold a favorable position to secure a victory by more than 6 points. With Phoenix's offense firing on all cylinders, coupled with Cleveland's fatigue, especially considering Donovan Mitchell's uncertain status, the Suns have a significant advantage. Cleveland's mediocre record against the spread on no rest further reinforces the decision to choose the Phoenix Suns to cover the 6-point spread.